quarterfinals.
All right.
This would be losers semis, I think. Losers semis or losers quarters. So, Ippo and Mojo are going to be fighting off against Stocktaker and DZ. Now, like I had said earlier, Ippo and Mojo have a very solid team constructed between their characters. But we've seen how well DZ and Stocktaker can play with their unorthodox characters.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is going to be a very good clash of mindsets.
Yeah, and then, like, I feel like teams, too, like I said before, Smash in general is so momentum-based. Any of these teams get a little swing their way, they could roll with it, you know? So you could never really say, oh, like, no one ever uses these characters, so they're going to win, or everyone uses these characters because they're going to win. It's really how well you work with momentum, especially in teams where, you know, one person on your team gets hot, he can make you get hot, you know? I'm excited for that winners final, so that's gonna be
a really good match when we get to it.
That's gonna be a great set.
Yay. All right, we have a new piece of tech over here. It's going to let us actually see the bracket.
Oh,
that
that's
is
cool. That's
from
cool.
last week's bracket, I believe. So I'm going to try to pull up this week's bracket. In the meantime, this set should be going underway shortly. Given the characters at hand, I can see this starting probably FD. But we shall see.
I think you might be right on that. They're hovering right now.
Yeah, it's all a matter of like if they actually pick into it.
I also think I know these guys play a lot against all the people like at AON, but it's really hard to learn how to play against certain characters that only one or two people really use as often. You know?
Yeah.
So I always think that's a factor. But like I said, I think this set is going to be a lot of momentum based. The team that could ride with the momentum, I think, is really going to be the one who takes this.
Now, given the stage at hand, we already saw how well DZ and Stocktaker can play into this stage and its strengths. But Lucina Cloud is also a very solid team for making the most of FD, and by that I mean they're forcing a lot of the fights out to the ledge.
Yeah, that was a beautiful limit. I was also going to say, too, like, I feel like not people really don't realize how long Bowser Jr.'s forward smash stays out and, like, how hard it hits, too. So that's how DZ got his first kill. Definitely something to watch out for.
We could definitely see him try to secure those kills again. We actually have seen out of this team composition that DZ's looking to be more like the one who nets the kills, and Stocktaker's looking to be the one to like start the fights.
I think that's definitely going to work out. That's definitely a good way to go about this team composition. And good adjustment on DZ, shielding that time around. We got a nice even game going on here. This could go either way.
Yeah, but with Mojo looking a little worse for wear on his Lucina. And the same could be said for DZ's Bowser Jr. Whoever can really maintain the lead out of this is, I feel like they're the ones who's going to end up taking out Game 1, just on the basis that keeping that momentum is just going to let it ride out. You brought this up earlier, and it's like the characters that are on board emphasize that method of play so well.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right about that. And I think Smash, much like a lot of different fighting games, is something that momentum plays a huge part in, you know? It's one of those things, it's like, that's pretty much what combos are. It's you're using your momentum to keep going. That's a beautiful toss right there, looking like Tom Brady, Brandon Cooks.
When it comes to the grab handoffs, dude, like, Lucina's just perfect in every way because she can either continue the combo from getting the throw to her, or her own throws are really solid for it.
Yeah, I feel like Mario is very similar in that way, too, where it's like, you know, Mario has a lot of grabs that you could combo into, and then he also, you know, you get a grab, he could pretty much forward smash or up smash into a lot of grabs. This is looking pretty even right now. The percentage on DZ is not looking too good, but
Stocktaker's fresh in the 2v1. We got to figure out like what's gonna happen out here because Ippo, a little worse for wear too. But if Stocktaker holds this match at the ledge, there's always the chance that it's Mojo who ends up losing a stock out early out, and that could be grim for Red Team.
Yeah, and on top of that too, a lot of times you have the fresh guy go after and chase, and sometimes just matchup dependent isn't the best thing. So we'll see how this works. He's putting damage on though. Definitely doing something right. So we'll see if he's able to get that Lucina kill, and then, you know, at that point, it's anyone's game.
The pressure stays on, but Stocktaker doing a great job of just keeping it out there, and he's starting to chip up the damage so much that at this point, Mojo and Ippo are looking very similar in their percentages. Stocktaker can move in, like, if given the right situation.
And he's at that magic percent right now. So
it's time to do something if he's going to get it done.
they don't call him Stocktaker69 for nothing. So, and on top of that too, he's just playing the projectile game. Ooh, beautiful way to finish. I was going to say, though, he was playing that projectile game to a T, where he's like, oh, you guys don't have any projectiles on your team? Come find me. So,
like, he forces the approach, and that's Villager's calling card.
Yeah, and honestly, I think if DZ hung on a little bit longer, that could have been Blue Team's game very easily. So I think that Stock being there on the 2v1 is definitely better than Bowser Jr. being there on the 2v1. But this is looking like it's going to be a great set so far. You know, I think game 2 could go either way. I could definitely see them taking it back to FD.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like FD was just a solid stage for Blue Team as a whole. But Red Team just played it out. They just had a better method to their game plan. And there was a few shenanigans here and there that led to DZ taking a bit more heat than he needed to. If he manages to avoid that, then there's a good shot that this could very well go to a game 3. And I think, at the very least, this game 2 should see itself going as close as game 1 did.
Yeah. I definitely don't think this is going to be a wash right now. I think when you get to this point in the bracket, the players are too good to really have a wash unless something happens. There's got to be some kind of crazy stuff that happens for it to really lead to that. I like the way Cloud and Lucina are getting control of neutral, though, in this set. I think that's, you know, it helps them push them off to the side, kind of, where it's like when you control the neutral, you can kind of inch them to the side pretty quick. So.
Very true. And a lot of Final Destination, what makes it such a strong stage, especially so in doubles, is that you want to keep the opponents above and out because there's nothing else to this stage. It's all airspace, it's all ledge play. So if you're playing characters that play well to those factors and can juggle and force the situations to those ledges, they're just going to constantly find themselves an advantage. Lloyd's saving the day, breaking out the limit. Amazing.
Oh, this is looking dead even right now. Oh, we got Blue Team pulling away a little bit, but Red Team's keeping it close, definitely. I do like how they both have boxing gloves on their team.
They do.
That's team chemistry right there. If only they went green team.
If only.
I think that's the only way we're getting a wash at this point, if one team goes green team.
The green team buff comes through, that's it.
Yeah, no, that's the only way we're seeing something that's janky. Even the balloons were green there, so Smash knows. Smash 4 knows green team is OP. But this is looking like a great game. Max is holding on to that extra stock, so. Oh. That tree got in his way, though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but like holding a stock to 168 as Bowser Jr., great job.
Yeah, no, and there's Bowser Jr.'s recovery, where I don't think a lot of other characters would have been able to get back from that. And that was almost a beautiful play by Lucina, saving the Cloud, you know.
Yeah, it was great awareness by Mojo, but even better awareness from Stocktaker. He saw
the opportunity there, and on top of that, it could have been where he got both those stocks. So Max going a little too low, so I keep calling him Max. I gotta call him DZ.
That's all good. I mean, a lot of members of the community are familiar enough with these guys that we know them all by first name. It's just like it's like force of habit sometimes when I call them by their tags, even though I've known their names for so long.
It's funny too. Whenever I go to tournaments, like I was just like, I don't want people to call me something. Just call me Connor. That's it.
Taking ourselves back into the match, and things are sitting at this dead even percentage-wise, but DZ's on the hunt for this kill, and he's going to get it.
He had the hammer pants on right there.
Parachuting his way through, man.
I mean, though, you can't sleep on Cloud right now. Yeah, he's at a high percent. Oh, he's gonna. There we go. I was saying you can't sleep on him. Yeah, nap time. But we got game 3, so there's that coming up. With Cloud, really, with stock being at such a high percent, like he could have gotten stock, and then you never know what's gonna happen. But that was a beautiful, beautiful close by blue team. So we'll see how game 3 pans out.
Now, stage-wise, I think we might find ourselves, if I had to take a guess, it's going to be Town and City. Normally, something like this, Battlefield, is like a good stage for this to work. But just like a lot of our guys are more comfortable with Town and City.
Honestly, if it was me, which I'm here for a reason, I'm not out there for a reason. If it was me, I'd go back to FD. We started on FD. It's called Final Destination. You split 1-1. Take it to the final destination. It
would make sense. I could see them doing it, but they're going to go to Dreamland?
All right, we got Mainland coming up.
All right, so much the same line of thought as Battlefield. Like both of these stages referred to as the triplats, but what's worth noting with this stage is that with Battlefield, its ceiling's a bit higher. With Dreamland, it has like more close to average ceiling, but it still has those platforms, meaning that a lot of those vertical kills can happen potentially a lot earlier.
Yeah, which is good for Cloud, too. And I do think, correct me if I'm wrong, Dreamland is a little smaller than Battlefield, like, the ground-wise.
Yeah, so, like, the base of the stage itself it's a little bit on the shorter end of things.
Yeah, which I do think Bowser Jr. does like a little bit longer ground, get that cart time in. So we'll see how this one goes. But, you know, it's looking good for blue team right now. They got a little bit of an early lead. I guess it all depends on how they hold it, though.
Yeah.
There's that forward smash I was talking about. It stays out so long. Like, people sleep on that move. And when you sleep on it, that's when you get clipped at the worst time.
Yeah, this stage is a very strange pick, and it's working well for blue team, even though blue team's not the one who chose it. Yeah. I hope this doesn't backfire on red team.
Ooh, there we go. That's why they chose it. So red team's got a little bit of a lead right now, so we'll see how this one pans out. I also really do like the trees on Dreamland. I feel like it's very natural. You got a tree in the background, you know, feels nice.
As a villager player myself, one thing to note with this stage is that if you plant the sapling, because of the way this stage is laid out and because of the way the camera tilts itself often, you could put the sapling where those flowers are, and you'll almost never see it.
Yeah, no, that's low key.
And it's like it's a trick that Jared's very familiar with, like, and he knows he can whip it out where he needs to.
Yeah, I don't think that's something red team was thinking about. I feel like that's something, unless you play villager, you don't really think about often. You know, this is looking like a great game. Blue team, you know, leads have been going back and forth, so I want to really point out blue team has the lead right now, because anything could really change here. But this is looking close right now.
Yeah, just looking at like what we've got on the field, we just saw the Cloud wasted limit, but red team picked it back up with a solid handoff.
We even. I mean, Max is ooh.
Even with good DI.
Yeah, no, that hammer is heavy, bro. That move is crazy, man.
That's not even like hammer bro hammer. That's like the big boy hammer.
Yeah. That's like Hammer Morty from Rick and Morty. He's more than just a hammer, man. So this is looking great. Game 3. This has been a very airtight set. So.
Yeah, it's sets like these where I love watching doubles here.
Yeah, no, this is, and then on top of that too, it's like anyone can win this last game, and then the rest of the games have been really close too. So based off the other games, we don't really know who's going to win this one. So this could be anyone's game. I think it's just one or two interactions that will make or break this game for either red or blue team.
Ooh, that up smash might be it for Cloud, and now we've got Mojo in the 2v1.
I mean, I might be wrong, but I think the main reason red team picked this stage is, like you said, it kills up the top early, but that looked like it backfired for them because DZ was able to get that quick up smash and close out that stock. Though, this is very doable for Lucina. Both blue team are at high percents.
Let's Trump back there. Oh boy, now we've got it down to the final hits, really.
Yeah.
If Mojo holds this ledge, then he has this set.
The thing about Stock, though, is he plays that projectile game like a madman.
Just a ton of patience.
Yeah, nah. He's tossing everything.
Ooh, there's an
out.
apple on the field. That'll pair. It'll heal some percentage away.
Ooh.
Don't even need it though.
Yeah, Wispy Jr. coming through for the blue team dub. That was a beautiful set right there, though. That could have went either way. So blue team takes it with the 2-1 swing, but you know that was a great set, and I honestly didn't think that tree was gonna kill right there. That was.
The tree is always the most unsuspecting.